Drop servicing, how to choose your high profit service. What's up, drop services? On this channel, I show you how to make money online using strategies and tactics from my real online businesses that get results like these. In today's video, we're getting into how to choose your high profit service. 80% of success in business is just choosing the right business model and thing to sell. The problem is not many people know how to choose a high profit service, and that's why so many businesses fail. If you stay until the end of this video, you're going to have the process that I use to consistently pick high profit services that's consistently worked for me for the past 5 years at this point, so you can go out there and build a highly profitable business. Let's get into it. So before we get into the video, don't forget to like the video. Scientists probably say that it can lead to much higher pay and only takes a second. So hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any more strategies and tactics that you need for your business journey. As we go through, comment below any questions at all, and I'll personally answer you in an upcoming video or an upcoming Q&A video. So first, we need to talk about the basics that you need to understand if you want to be able to easily determine whether a business idea is good or bad. In business, you're going to need to get customers or clients, right? So you'll spend a lot of time and money on your marketing to get people into your sales funnel. You invest all of these resources in showing potential customers why they need your product, why you're the best company to work with, and why you yourself are someone they should trust. All of these resources invested are expensive. The secret is, once someone buys, you don't need to do all of that anymore. As long as you've given them a great product and experience, they're going to already know and trust you. Because of this, it's much easier to sell a past client or customer again than it is to acquire new customers or clients. You can sell your clients the same thing again, something different that's complementary to what they purchased, or add-ons and upgrades to their current package. All of that's well and good, but there's a much easier way to ensure that you're able to sell to your current customers again and again. You simply need to choose a service that is inherently recurring. A recurring service is one which your client needs on a continuous basis, meaning that the solution you're providing is required for their day-to-day business over the long term. A simple example is advertising, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. Your clients are going to want to work with you on a continuous basis to provide those services. An example of a service that isn't recurring would be web design and development. Once you build a website, it's usually done. They might come back now and again for updates, but that is more of a repeat buyer, not a recurring one. You can turn it into a recurring service though by offering things like hosting or SEO packages. So when determining whether something is recurring or not, all you're doing is thinking to yourself whether it's something that someone needs on an ongoing basis, but it's not 100% black and white. You can turn a one-off service into a recurring service. For example, animated videos would usually just be a one-off service. You make a video, they use it, then maybe become a repeat buyer, which I find around 30% do. But you can turn it into a recurring service by creating a monthly 6-month, 12-month package whereby you create different videos for them, whether it be for different services they offer, different use cases like for their website or their sales team, and so on. Be creative in determining what might work, but again, always go back to the data and follow the process that I'm going to give you so that you know how to determine what works best. So now that you know what you're looking for, you need to determine what's selling the most. This is pretty easy. All we need to do is see how many companies are out there selling it, which is usually a good thing, by the way, because with drop servicing companies, no one business can handle all of the clients. We are bound by our own team's size. So there are always clients ready for the taking, and that's why it's easy for new businesses to enter the market. You can determine what's selling the most by doing some simple research on Google to see how many companies pop up for a particular service even. You can go onto freelance networks like Fiverr and see the most common services that people are buying and how many freelancers are selling them to, gauge the size of the market. You can find by the highest volume of buyers as well by looking at how many sales the gigs have on Fiverr and how many jobs have been posted for a particular service on the freelancer networks. Now that you have a list of all of the services and a good idea of the supply and demand situation for all of these services, you're going to want to segregate which services you like from those that you don't. The factors that you should consider in determining which services you want to choose are first of all supply and demand, which is what we just did, but also the complexity of the service. The more complex something is, the less you understand about it, the harder it's going to be to build all of the systems. So you're going to want to do your research by Googling around, talking to freelancers, talking to competitors, determine what all of the stages are, what's involved, what companies need it for, etc. tomorrow, then choose one that you understand at least enough to sell it. Once you have a general idea of which service you prefer, you need to figure out how it's going to be sold. There are a couple of options for doing this. First, you could just build something based on your imagination, then invest tens of thousands of dollars and hours figuring out what works best to sell the service and then reap the rewards years into the future. Or you can just take what's already working right now by modeling what is already working for your competitors by reviewing as many as you can and figuring out what is working for them. What's working will usually just be what is the most common between all of them. Then you should go and get in contact with competitors and freelancers to actually ask them questions around how it's being sold, for example, figuring out their prices for certain packages being offered, etc. While you're at it, you should also gather information around who the product is being sold to. This is easily done by researching the freelancer networks to see what type of companies are posting for which types of projects. You can also just flat out ask freelancers and competitors. In terms of how many to talk to, the more the better. The greater the sample size, the greater the reliability of your data. So you can put in the work to determine what is working just by going out there and taking a look. The secret when it comes to starting any business is all it takes to maximize your success is doing a little research. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. You can get most of the answers that you need just by taking a look at the market. So thanks to the internet, it's extremely easy for us to gather a lot of data by researching the market, and it's extremely cheap for us to build a little online business. Most of your success will come from modeling what is making others successful. Once you have the model, you can be as creative as you like and testing and trying things out, but always start with a benchmark of what's working. You can map out every little detail of your business by essentially talking to your competitors, customers, and service providers, as well as looking at what they're doing. So when choosing a service for your drop servicing business, it's very important you do as much research as possible in figuring out the right combination between your service, so what you're selling, your niche, who you're selling it to, and your marketing method or how you're going to be selling it. Choosing a recurring service or creating one out of one of the best services out there is the best way to choose a high profit service, but in order to ensure you really maximize your profitability, you must do your research into how exactly to build a business around that service. The big lesson from this video is you can gather any information you want by doing your research. Luckily, most people are too lazy to do their research, so if you actually do it, you'll be head and shoulders above the rest. Now, in case you haven't done it already, don't forget to like the video. It's really good luck and will make you feel great. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any more strategies, tactics, and tutorials that you need for your business journey. And comment below any questions that you have, and I'll answer those in an upcoming Q&A video. If you want to learn more about starting a real online drop servicing business, click the link in the description below this video to watch the training on how it's done. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video.